What's up guys, I'm Jax and today I am back for another video. And today I am going to be teaching you guys how to use Python and how to code. First of all, what is Python? It is a text-based programming language. It takes a bit longer to learn, but can be used to do much more. It is a useful language that can be used to make many different types of programs, from word processing to web browsers. Here are a few great reasons to learn Python. Number 1, it is easy to learn and use. Python programs are written in a simple language. The code is quite easy to read and write compared to many other programming languages. Number 2, contains ready-to-use code. Python contains libraries of pre-programmed code that you can use in your programs. Makes it easier to write complex programs quickly. A tip is that it contains lots of programs you can use and build on. Useful for big organizations. Python is powerful. It can be used to write real-world programs to use by Google, NASA, and Pixar, among others. Getting started. Before learning how to program in Python, it's useful to get familiar with how it works. And if you want to install it, you have to have it. Like, you need to install it. It's in the description below if you need to install it. Okay, installing Python. Before you can use Python programming language, you need to download and install it on your computer. Python 3 is free and easy to install and works on Windows, PCs, Macs, and Linux operating systems such as Ubuntu. When saving work in Python, you will need to use the file save as menu command so you can name your files. First, create a folder to keep all your files in. Give the folder a clear name like Python code and agree with the person who owns the computer where to keep it. Introducing idle. Idle helps you write and run programs in Python. See how it works by creating this simple program that writes a message on the screen. This is idle. As you can see, there's a lot of things. Not much, it's dull actually, because you haven't even written your code yet. So I'm gonna be teaching you a little code. First, you need to type print like this. All of it has to be small letters. And put a parenthesis over here, because this print, it is used to type or put texts or sentences or paragraphs in a program like this. And also this over here, you have to put an apostrophe after the opening parenthesis. Then you can hit space, or don't do that and put anything you want and try to run it. After that's done, it actually does the thing, like after you put the closing parenthesis, it does that, and just save it. You have to save it so you can name it and go to your folder. I keep it in my private folder. It's not being private anymore because I'm showing it. And here is all my programs. Yeah, most of them don't work because I didn't have time for all of them to be debugged. I'm going to be teaching you guys in a new tutorial on how to debug your codes in your program. So I'll just name this test server or anything you want. You can name anything you want, and this has to be saved as .py and press save. After you have done that, you can just press F5 or press run module. Run, then module. And it runs the code in another window. The code you have typed in, like this, print, it is displayed. It is displayed in a shell window. I'll be teaching you guys what a shell window is in another video. Like this. Shows what you have coded. It shows, yeah, that. After you have done that, always save every code you have done. Decoded. Okay. Next in this code is errors. Sometimes programs don't work for the first time, but they can always be fixed. When code for a program isn't entered correctly, Python will display an error message telling you what has gone wrong. Like putting front like that. If I get wrong, then saving it, Control S or file, then save, then run it. It is not going to work. It tells trace back, most recent call last, then file where it is stored, line 1 in module, front, hello world. This is what is wrong. Front. It has to be print to show the hello world. So it is not going to work. But if you want to use this, you're just putting a word that is not even a module. Yes, that's a module. This is a module. If it's the wrong spelling or it's the wrong spelling, then it will save this. And the last is name. The thing that you spelled wrong is not defined. So in order to make it work, you have to debug it. That means debugging. Yeah, that's how you debug. Control S or file and save, then run. That's how it works. So I'm going to be starting to code a simple game called Ghost Game. This simple game highlights some of these things to watch out for when writing programs in Python. Once the code has been typed in, run the program to play the game. Can you escape the haunted house? Okay, so yeah, start idle and use the file menu to open a new window. Save the game as Ghost Game. Well, I'm just gonna call it this. I'm just gonna call it this. Testserver.py. So yeah, I'm just gonna put the title. When you put hashtags over here, it becomes red, and it's actually called a comment now. You're doing a comment. It is not showed in the program. If you run that to save it and run, it's not responding. It's just saying a comment in the code, but it's not actually saying to print it. So that's wrong. Well, it's just a comment. It's like putting instructions in parts of the code. So yeah, let's start this. Type from random import random, then enter. This means that you have imported a random from random import random. It means that it is the game setup. It's code structure. It's the first part of the game. This sets up the random command, which generates random numbers. So yeah, then press enter, then print ghost game. Use single quotes. As I said earlier, I called it apostrophes because why not? I call it like that. Print ghost game. Then put feeling brave true. When you put true or false, it has to be always capital or capital in the first letter, and put colon over here. Colon. Then no, that's wrong. That's not wrong. Oh, I forgot. Feeling brave equals. Always put a space between the equals and feeling brave, or a variable. They're gonna call that variable. Then true. Okay. Then score is set to 0. And also put a space between. Next, while def means define. You're defining something. Defining while feeling brave. Def feeling brave. This means you're defining this. It's a variable and it is set to true. So we are defining it. Then type close door equals random 1 and 3. 1 random 1 and 3. Please don't judge how I type. I'm very slow at typing because I'm still young, so don't judge. Okay, close door is set to random 1 and 3. Then print three doors ahead. Then dot. That's right. Press enter again. Then print a ghost behind 1. Print a ghost behind 1. Okay. Then wait, a ghost behind 1. Then which door do you open? Print which door do you open? Question mark, then apostrophe or single quote and parenthesis. Then let's make a variable again and equals, put a space between, then input. This means that it's asking for something to type, like where do you come from, where do you live, or how are you, like that. To do that, like you have to type something like a question, you have to first put input, then parenthesis, then the same as print, should put a single quote, then type what you want. 1, 2, 4, 3, question mark, single quote, parenthesis. After that, if door number or num, it is, wait, I forgot one code. It's the door num. It's defining it. Put an equals, also equals int door. I am going to be explaining it later in another video how this works. So yeah, and door. Then let's put if. It means that if door number equals door ghost door, it means the door that is the ghost door, you know. Like, this is how the game works. When you're like 3 doors ahead, a ghost behind one door, and which door you open, you put 1 or 2 or 3, then and line the part of code after this if statement is going to be the part where it tells you all of this. Oh, well, at least we debugged it before we even finished it. So yeah, if door num 2 equals, because that means if door number equals, it means that this part over here, it's referring to that. If door num and this is equal to ghost door, ghost underscore door, then colon, then enter, print all capital and exclamation mark, then ghost. That's it. Then feeling brave, wait, forgot the underscore, feeling brave is equal to false. That's about it. Wait, no, that's not it. There's also an else statement, because if you type an if statement, there's always an else statement. This means if the door you chose is the ghost door, print ghost. Oh, ghost, it says that. But if you print the ghost, I mean the door that is not the ghost door, then this is where this else statement comes in. So yeah, else colon, then enter and print no ghost, exclamation mark, apostrophe or single quote, then the parentheses, then enter, then another line, print You enter the next room. You enter the next room. Then parenthesis. Then, wait. Enter the next room. Oh, dot, not exclamation mark. Then single quote. Then this. Then ay, basta ka ng video playhook ko. Wala na kayo na-feel. Then type score equals score base plus 1, and you have a score. Means you got a score. So yeah. Next, we're almost done, guys. Don't be mad. So yeah, we're almost done. You press enter, then backspace until you get back over here. Oh wait, too much. Okay, till you get back over here in this line. Then type this line of code, print run away, run away, wait, we forgot an exclamation mark, away, then that, print run away, and print single quote game over. Put this so you can see your score. You scored, then single quote because it's a variable. The next one is a variable. Score is a variable. Then wait, that's wrong. That's about it. Wait, we're not done yet. Before we are done, Control save, Control S for file save. It's lagging. It's not responding again. Just wait, it'll be alright. This is a laptop. I'm doing a tutorial on the laptop. Okay, it's done. So yeah, after this score, the line number 5, go to score over here, press enter, then feeling brave equals true. That's about it. Control S, file save. Then F5 or run, press run and run module. Yes, what I'm gonna do. It's lagging again. I hate this. Idle suppress is going to make connection. See the startup failure section. Dot online page. Okay. Let's run it. What? Feeling good. What did I do? That's... Oh, this is not... I forgot. It's not def, not defined. It's while. I'm stupid, you know. Please don't judge me. And F5. Yeah, that's how it works. No, ghost games. Wait. That's wrong. Okay, that's wrong. Okay. Control S or save, then run. Python does it. Ghost Game is the title of the game. 3 doors ahead, it prints out that. Then a ghost behind one. Which door do you open? The random import from random import random. The random import is, it means that it chooses random thing, like a random number, random variable. So you have to choose one number. Like I'm gonna choose 1. Yeah, type it in and press enter. Ghost. Run away. Game over. You scored 0. I got wrong. Let's try that again to see if it works. Okay. 3 doors ahead, goes behind 1. Which door do we open? Let's try number 2. No ghost. You entered the next room. 3 doors ahead, goes behind 1. Which door do we open? Let's say number 3. A ghost. Run away. You scored 1. So yeah. Now I am going to explain the code structure. Python uses spaces. Python uses spaces at the start of lines to work out which instructions belong together. These spaces are called indents. For example, the code after while feeling brave is indented by 4 spaces to show it's all part of the main loop. So in this part, it is the branching part. Yeah. The code key, this diagram, all of this diagram shows the structure of the ghost game. The numbered parts are explained. Okay. So this part is the game setup. Yes, this is the game setup. Yeah, this is the game setup. It is the game setup. So yeah, deal with it. I'm just joking. Yes, this is the game setup. These instructions only run once at the beginning of the game. They set up the title variables and the random command. This is a comment. It's not shown when the game is run. This setup sets up the random command which generates random numbers. This is the print command, displays text when the game is run. And this sets the score to 0. So yeah, that's the game setup. This is the game setup. So yeah. Okay, now talking about the main loop. All of this, except for this is the main loop. This loop tells the story and receives the player's guess. It keeps on going as long as there isn't a ghost behind the door that's picked. When a ghost appears, the feeling brave variable changes to false and the loop stops repeating. Stops. Then prints this. This is the game ending though. Yeah, the game ending. This part is the branching part. The program takes a different path depending on whether or not there was a ghost behind the door that was picked. If there was a ghost, the feeling brave variable is set to false, but if not, the player's score increases by 1. This is the game ending. This runs just once, when you meet the ghost and the loop ends. Python knows this isn't part of the loop because it is not indented. It's not indented like here. It's indented. It's like on the verse like this. So yeah, achievements you have done in this video is creating your first Python game. You'll learn more about these commands later when I have a new video in this tutorial, but you have already achieved a lot. You have entered a program, you typed a program in Python and saved it, and yeah, that's a great achievement. You have run a program. You learned how to run a program in Python. You also structured a program by using indents to structure it. You have used variables. You used variables to store the score. You have displayed text. You've displayed messages on the screen. So yeah, that's it for this video, and maybe, just maybe, in another video I make a new tutorial, and we're gonna be talking about the game we just made, and I'm gonna be showing simple commands, like they're very simple. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Please hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed it and learned a lot and achieved a lot. Press the subscribe button and the like button, and press the notifications bell to never miss a video. And goodbye.